Hi Virgos, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. My name is Tori, and this week we're going to take a look at Monday the 16th of June through Sunday the 22nd. I was getting ready to record the Taurus reading because I usually just do them in this order just because, and I kept hearing, no, Virgo, 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 Virgo. There was some sense of urgency attached to it too, so I think Spirit has a message for you that is definitely trying to come across, because I was like, I'm going to do them next. Calm down, dang. But it was like, no, you got to do it right now. So we're going to jump in and just see what Spirit has to say for you Virgos. I hope you guys are having a great week. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is probably why. When you bring up the South Node, it's serious business. Don't let your past hold you back. The answers you need are coming. The full moon in Gemini. Wow. Alrighty, so there is something, this has something to do with the partnership for sure, is how this feels to me. You could be dealing with the Taurus or someone that has Taurus in their chart, because that's coming through very strongly. And you're being asked to somehow there's some type of fog or a cloud that's being like, it's preventing you from being able to see the truth in regards to these past experiences, okay? I'm seeing the Knight of Wands energy. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Look, if you can work through these challenges and avoid allowing your past to keep you, I'm seeing someone like spinning around on a compass. It's like the compass just keeps spinning in a circle. It's almost as if there's a lesson here that has continuously come up for you, and the urgency is that Spirit wants you to resolve this. Spirit wants you to resolve this. The answers you need are coming. Maybe the answers are going to come from this reading. I don't know, but we're going to find out. For Virgos, okay, so this is attached to your family, and it's something that's going to require courage for you to be able to, yeah, so what I'm picking up is some type of childhood wounding that's causing you to repeat cycles, and Spirit wants to heal those things. There's transformation that's needed. The bottom of the deck is manifesting dreams. Okay, in order for this to happen, you're going to have to get serious, and emotions are going to have to be involved, okay? That could be why. That could be why you're avoiding this, because what they're showing me is that you're going to have to access your emotions in order for this to be resolved. Okay, the answers involve your emotions. The answers are attached to your emotions, okay? And it's going to require courage, because there's something about looking in the mirror, guys. I'm picking up on this very strongly. Something about looking in the mirror, and it's attached to childhood wounding. This is shadow work. That's definitely given shadow work. Okay, which the South Node, you know, it only is brought up because Spirit wants us to address those wounds and not look at our shadow as being like the enemy. It's just us. It's us, and it's us, and it's parts of us that need to be assessed, okay? There's a lot of people here. The King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands. Okay, what else, Spirit, for Virgos? What else? Could be a mother. I'm picking up on a very domineering mother, honestly, with the Queen of Swords energy. I don't know why. Initially, it was feeling to me like a partnership, but it feels like a mother who maybe exposed someone to too much. I don't know. That's how this feels. Let me just take, yeah. Look at this. Death. Transformation. Okay. Maybe a mother who exposed, this is going to be for very few people. Okay, let me just tell you. The Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So this has to do with family. I'm going to just tell you what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on a mom and a dad who were detached. Okay, so this is like a healing the parental wounds. That's how this feels to me. because there's a mom and a dad here that are detached. There's a lot of familial ties to this reading, guys. The mom and the dad were detached. There's also this emphasis on somebody being seen, like somebody being glorified. So I don't know if this is you or someone else, take it as it resonates, but someone growing up was glorified by their mother. Okay? And that's given a lot of like ego to this individual. And because of this individual's ego, they've brought upon a lot of like heartache to themselves and maybe even to other people. This wound is a mother wound because the mother was unable to, just because she didn't know, guys. Nothing wrong with this mom. Nothing wrong with this dad, other than the fact that you don't know what you don't know, right? We are being awakened and illuminated to these things. So it's like the mother glorifying the child caused the child to need to be exalted by others. Okay? There's a lot of like self-loathing. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what I'm hearing. Or soaking, or like saturating in self. There's a lot of energy of someone being like saturated in themselves. Like, oh, I'm it. I'm everything. I'm picking up a lot of like arrogance from this King of Wands and Six of Wands energy, especially next to this Death card, because there's like an illumination, and the Ace of Cups. It's like, I'm the one. That's how this feels to me. And this mother, in her exaltation of this individual, has caused a lot of heartbreak for the individual and other people. The individual has caused a lot of heartbreak in the other people. And then you have a father wound here, which the father was probably immature, naive, very much about themselves, as well as how this is appearing to me. Unable to really develop and grow into a man. And that father caused this individual here, this King of Wands, Six of Wands, to see themselves as being the it or the end all, right? So this father and this mother cause a wound within their child, to where this child needs to be exalted and elevated by other people, and there's no self-love going on here. And what Spirit is encouraging is for that to transform, to have courage to look in the mirror, to look at the emotional attachment that you have with others. Okay, now this is maybe you or someone else, whoever this is referring to. The advice for the week is to assess how you really, like, take a real picture in the mirror of what you actually are like. Okay? There's a self-reflection to this reading. This is like deeper than I expected it to be. But this is all about the self, and this is all about assessing and, examining the way that you really view yourself. And is it a true reflection of who you are, or is it a reflection of who you are through the eyes and the lens of your parents? Do you truly love yourself, or do you need to be validated by external entities? That could mean a job. An external entity could mean a job. Like, I find my value in my job and doing good at work. I find my value in other people seeing me and glorifying me. I find my value in vanity, maybe even, right? The way that I look, the way that my body looks. This is why I eat and go to the gym and do things like that, right? Because I have a certain expectation. This needs to transform. There's something about like a mask. Like, you see, this is like a Baphomet mask, kind of, right? It's like the mask no longer looks pretty. You see that? The mask is no longer pretty. The mask has to come off. And if you want to bring in this prosperity, and if you want to manifest your dreams, you're going to have to tap into your emotions. If you want to manifest dreams and you want this prosperity, you're going to have to tap into the lessons of the South Node. And the past is holding you back, because there's something that you really desire here, you or the other party. Someone could really desire you, but they could have wounded you based on them not looking at their mother and father wounds and healing those things of the past from childhood. They could be holding back right now because they've caused a lot of heartbreak and a lot of heartache, and they're not able to look in the mirror to reflect, to see who they truly are. Someone could have their eyes closed to the pain that they actually feel within, and that's why they're showing up as being cold-hearted or it's like a disheartening feeling that I'm picking up on. It just doesn't feel like this individual has done enough self-reflection to see how the way that they act affects other people. That's how this feels, guys. This is a very interesting reading. And I want to look, I want to pull, oh, I dropped something. See, this feels to me like, I think the person who this reading is for, every time there's an opportunity for them to look at something, at themselves, I think they are like, oh no, I don't need to really do that. You know, it's like something else is more important. Tending, yeah, tending to the garden. Oh my God, I love how Spirit will just like confirm these things. There's a need to tend to the garden. Because look, this person just wants to belong. You'll notice this in order for, let's start here. In order for healing to occur, this is like giving me like the rose that's planted in the concrete, right? You have to be able to dig up the roots in order to see the rose blossom. Otherwise, it's like Spirit is showing me, it's like you're continuing to just stab yourself with thorns. You're never going to see the blossoming of the true rose within without tending to the garden. And the ask this week from Spirit, or the offering, is how I see it. Honestly, this is an offering, Virgos. This is to help you to find courage, or the other person, whoever this is in regards to find courage to heal these inner child wounds. This is a wound embedded in belonging, in the desire to belong. And let me just tell you quickly, we all have a desire to belong. Within each and every one of us is this inner child that wants to belong. But what Spirit is offering is that the belonging is within you, and it's for you, and it's to you. You tend to yourself. You give yourself grace, patience, kindness, sensitivity. Tending to yourself is going to make you feel like you belong, because you'll realize that you are everything you've been waiting for. You could have felt disconnected from your family, especially if parents, were emotionally detached. Then of course you feel like you don't belong. But you do. And I'm seeing this in my mind's eye, but there's a card that says community. And I think Spirit wants to bring in the community that is rightfully yours, or whoever this reading is for. Spirit wants to bring that family in, but Spirit can't bring that family in until you're able to embrace it. And that starts by simply embracing yourself. I think that if this is for you, you've gone through some major heartbreak recently. And I think you've been trying to figure out how to transform that energy, but I think it's been done with a lot of mental and no emotions. And I know it's so hard for you to probably tap into those emotions because you want to be very practical about things. I get it. Remember, I'm a Pisces. I'm your opposite sign. So I get it. It's hard for me to tap into being practical a lot of the time. So I get the challenge there. But I also understand the benefits of pushing yourself into that space. And that's why Spirit showed this water spirit energy here, because you're going to have to tap into your emotions. You're going to have to take a deep dive into the water. And there's no way that you're going to get around this other than to make the decision to stay, staring at those murky clouds of the past, hoping and wishing that someone will fix it or change it for you. This is a call to action, Virgos. You guys are bosses, so I know you can do this. You can get through this, but I think assessing yourself through the lens of who you are and not who your parents have told you are or made you out to be is going to be imperative in this tending to and finding your space and place of belonging. Whew. You can do this. I'm feeling the tension that you're feeling even listening to this. If you made it this far, drop a rose, because you are going to blossom and bloom, and your garden is going to be beautiful once you give it some time and attention. I hope that this resonates with you. I always say that these readings, although they get deep sometimes, is a gift, because Spirit doesn't have to show us these things, right? We could be in the dark, but instead Spirit chooses to share this with us and allow us to transform into these beautiful butterflies that are able to be free and exempt from, these past energies that have been holding us back, keeping us stagnant, making us feel out of place and, disconnected from our emotions and even the world, right? So these are the things that tie us together, and they're absolutely gifts from Spirit. Alrighty, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I hope you have a great night. Thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind, drop a comment, like, and subscribe. I hope it resonates. Have a good night. Bye.